find the zone, and now it's Dax in for the steal on the Elder Dragon!
Tizza might have something to say about it though. The grand entrance shockwave is going to catch two, and it's going to end with
in the background. It's a little bit too late, too soon.
Hello and welcome back. For the time I get to see you guys, have got a Falcon house. It is myself and Catsbee, and my mic's not working right, so Catsbee, you can take this one away.
Oh no, your mic's not working, yet I get to hear your beautiful voice. Don't worry about it. Seems like it's just a me show. But yes, no, we are back for some more action-packed League of Legends. You know, Mr. Jacob and I have returned for another series, I guess you could say, to take over, where look, what was kind of being introduced earlier, we did have, of course, Millennial Falcons up against the minus Mickey Mouse. Very excited to see what these teams will be bringing into this Div 2 spot. But I mean, look, we're already heading into draft, which is absolutely amazing. We're already getting the action-packed actions. Looks like seems a bit of a mid-jungle focus band rotation from the side of Millennial Falcons, popping in with the Zin's Alessandra. And then we're seeing minus Mickey with the Aurelian Soul. And now into Fury. So, very interesting. I'm going to say very interesting picks here in that matter. And we're seeing a Silas.
Yeah, these guys are onto it. And it looks like I'm working and good to go now. I just had to quickly change the source on that one. And yeah, so welcome back everybody again. We've got a 4 p.m. special game for you. So before you guys start all your main games tonight, you can warm up with us. And yeah, look at these players. This is probably the quickest we've gone into draft yet. Loving the organization out of both these teams. Millennial Falcons going to have first pick on that one. And as you were saying, Catsbee, it looks like a lot of mid skinny band. And they're going to go ahead and pick jungle first.
Yeah, it very much did. And, you know, I guess if you're going to go with Wukong, I mean, a Xin Zhao, I guess ban is potentially, you know, fine to do in that aspect. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, even then, they're noticing the Jinx as well. So I guess they're potentially expecting maybe the bot lane to maybe pick their rotation on point 2. Interesting to see, though, what I guess minus Mickey are going to respond into it, which we're seeing an Ashe. Could this be a Seraphine angle? Not even close. I was not even close.
Or maybe they're going to pick it third. You know, it's not like they can ban just yet for Millennial Falcons.
This is true.
Yeah, just going to pick up the Shen. Well, we see Shen quite a fair amount now in the jungle. So that's looking to be the response to Will the Wise's Wukong, and now a Kennen for the top lane.
Yeah, I think. Maybe, I mean, I guess where we seen where the Shen's going, do we think it's going to be a Shen jungle aspect into the Wukong pick? I mean, I don't think it's, I'll be honest, I've not seen the matchup too much, but I wouldn't imagine it to be honestly terrible compared to, I guess, them locking in for a Kennen, because I'm sure there's going to be Kennen top at this point, because they're thinking Shen, right?
I swear last time we watched, we casted the game together, there was a Shen jungle, so I think I'm just assuming it's probably going to be similar enough. And yeah, the Inara comes through. That'll be going to the Brizzle, man himself, team captain for Millennial Falcons. And that's what he wants to play. So you're still not correct, though. It's not going to be Seraphine.
Yeah,
it's going to be Nami instead. So they're going to go Ashe Nami on that one.
That's certainly a pain, especially for you know, for the side of you know, Millennials. If you've got a Yanara bot lane, Ashe Nami does kind of abuse that champion to a little bit here. But I wonder, you know, I mean, we probably should start seeing I mean, maybe expecting some support focus here, maybe on these bans now to try and, you know, dwindle a Yanara bot lane duo.
It could be. I mean, they've got their support locked in, and it looks like you're going to be correct, as the Milio and Lulu are taken away. couple prominent enchanters no longer being allowed to get played. So maybe we see something a bit of engage instead.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of does lead you to that, where you're kind of going to be left with an engage. So look, maybe Nautilus could be the potential pick up here if I'm going to look into what would help maybe for the side of Millennials. I wouldn't think a Nautilus would be too bad. But honestly, for the side of minus Mickey Mouse and their mid laner, Pennywise's champ pool is very much dwindling. If we look at the bans on the side of Millennial Falcon, they really said yeah, nothing mid here at this point. There's a lot of control mages in Engage.
I mean, you could even say the Xin Zhao is a mid lane ban now after, again, the last game we casted together on that one. So, you know, dare I say, maybe that's a five-man mid ban. Dr. Mundo. Okay, so again, now, well, we thought Shen jungle, but it could be Dr. Mundo jungle, or maybe they switch around. I still don't know what the top and jungle are for minus Mickey Mouse now. That has thoroughly confused me. Let's take a look on theirs.
I mean, I would imagine Mundo tends to have a bit of an easy. I mean, this is one of those things. I need to look into the player info, and like I'm thinking, like for me, how I look at it is, I would see Mundo would probably be a better utility onto the top lane, especially into Kennen. Like it just gets to a point where it just becomes like good luck trying to kill the tank, you know, by the time, you know, Mundo builds 2 giant belts, you know, on his side. Like Kennen kind of then has a difficulty in clearing that up. And look, we're certainly getting our engaged support, which look, I still wasn't right. It's going to be a Leona picked up, and then Oriana to very much truly seal the deal here. And they're going to be going Fizz potentially to the side of minus Mickey to try and cause some grief for this Oriana in the mid. One team has a very heavy Wombo combo station look, though, I will say.
Gonna be the Zoe instead, and that's honestly, yeah. When you were mentioning Pennywise's champ pool, I did see Zoe straight at the top, and that was one that wasn't banned. So maybe they just thought he wasn't going to be confident enough to pull it out. Can be quite a decisive pick for sure in game. So we'll see if he can, you know, actually make a real difference with that pick.
Yeah, look, certainly we'll have to see, and we'll have a look at what this kind of is. I mean, look, for the side of Millennial Falcons, they have a very solidified unit, I guess you could say, where you've got an exceptional matchup between Wukong and Kennen. They kind of go hand in hand together. You know, you've got the Cyclone Strike, and then you've got the Maelstrom Storm. That just kind of will like lock everything in on top of one another. And then you just kind of got a Shockwave to just spice things up a little bit on top of that. I mean, this is very much looking to be when they grab a target, that target should be dead, no matter who it is. Maybe Mundo's probably going to be the only one that might survive a little bit there, but I guess it depends on how far Yanara gets into this game. But I mean, Mickey's still, though, isn't, you know, trying to put it against for Mickey, though. I mean, Mickey has a very solidified, I guess you could say, like, catching someone out, you know. I mean, you know, you got the Shen ultimate, Stand United. That's going to work exceptionally well there. There's always Sleeping Bubble. Can literally go from Narnia, depending on what wall placement you'd use. Very excited to see, you know, what kind of gets pulled into the game when we reach to there.
I do think that minus Mickey Mouse does have quite a disengaged draft, though. On the opposite end, you think even the Nami wave, Jen coming in to defend everybody, slows from Ashe, and you know, Mundo can provide a lot of appeal for his team as well too. When he does pop the ult, gets obviously a lot of movement speed, and suddenly becomes very hard to kill and can take a lot of pressure. So I think if Millennial Falcons don't get that pick on the first engage, it could be quite hard for them to keep going after that.
Yeah, I mean, it very much certainly can be, and very wise to see it. I mean, I think we're noticing a little bit of issues with the draft at the moment. Our players are trying to load in, but I think Will the Wise is saying, I don't want to start yet. He's having issues connecting in, but hopefully, you know, we'll be able to start the 3-minute delay, of course, very soon there. But I mean, I guess if we're looking at comp-wise, which one is to you more? Like, what are you feeling a lot more comfort with? Who we maybe seen to seal the deal for game 1?
I think Millennial Falcons, if the game is under 35 minutes, uh, but maybe minus Mickey Mouse if the game does go over that. I think Dr. Mundo and Shen as a combination with Nami and Ash to back them up is going to be quite hard to chew through. Although, you know, they do have multiple sources of damage, both the Oriana, Yunara, and Kennen. That's 3 strong damaging champions that they have to go into it. But again, it's you know, like you said, that Mundo once he gets some items online and starts stacking health and armor, it's going to be quite dangerous.
Yeah, and then I mean, because that's kind of like how I see it as well, a little bit in the terms of like if there's a lane that you're obviously going to want to get heavily focused against for a slide of Millennial Falcon is you're always going to want to get your Yanara online like as soon as possible. Like this is just kind of like a point given. But then even on the side of you know, minus Mickey, you would also be wanting to do that as well. Because I would say reluctantly, Mundo should, you know, Mundo will have your typical maybe slight difficulty in maybe the first early stages of the game, maybe against the Kennen, but it will, yeah, kind of just become a ticking time bomb where eventually Mundo will be able to go where he pleases. So I'm really hoping, you know, for the side of top side for Millennial Falcon, which I will remember the player's name, which is Silence, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really keen to see, you know, what Silence is gonna. I think there's going to be a lot weighing on Silence's shoulder in the terms of the top side matchup, just to ensure that things don't go a bit disarray. Because yeah, if that Mundo does get online, I think it's going to cause quite a bit of disturbance for almost anyone for Millennial.
No, you're absolutely correct, and I think Raindrop as well too will be feeling a bit of pressure just already. He is unfortunately the lowest rated player in the lobby besides myself right now at Silver 1, and he's going to be leaning into, you know, a Gold 2 top laner that, you know, could be a little daunting, but like you said, yeah, if he can get that Mundo to survive past the first you know, 10 12 minutes, he should be looking to do great later in the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we're hoping for as well. And then I'm very keen to see a little bit for the mid lane matchup as well. Because I mean, look at Zoe Oriana. I believe Oriana tends to have a bit more of a, I guess you could say, an upper hand in the mid lane of battle. And I mean, Zoe's definitely going to also be a champion, right? That you wouldn't want to get fed ahead. Because I mean, one sleeping bubble into what is relatively known as squishy carries. Yanara and Oriana aren't, yeah, like they're not really a tanky carries that I guess you would say. They can kind of just pop in a matter of a second. Wouldn't want to see that to become as a form of aspect. And you know, you were saying earlier, if I'm not mistaken, as well, like Pennywise, Zoe was like one of the most top to pick.
Yeah,
no,
so
it is. They're indeed, on a comfort. Yeah, they're on a comfort champion, and that could scream a little bit of disastrous potentially.
Doesn't most of Oriana's 4 items also give her health though as well?
Oh, I mean, this is true, but it also just depends on, I guess, what build you might want to rotate with. I mean, I'm too much of a stickler of very heavy burst, so I'm more like your Ludens, maybe your Shadow Flame. You got Death Cap. You've even got the Proto Belt, because I don't really know if the Roa building Rod of Ages is necessarily part of the build composition anymore. I mean, I guess you got the Saracen Embrace, but it seems almost potentially to me. I mean, look, I'm not too much of a mid laner expert. So
no, neither. That's why I'm relying on you right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like if anyone has, you know, if anyone even in the chat, you know, has more like highlights or any insights, that's the word I'm trying to say, insights on it. I mean, more than happy to, you know, grasp the knowledge. But yeah, I don't really know if Oriana goes a lot of items anymore that go towards that tanky side route.
Well, I guess we'll see when we get in game. And yes, we had some minor tech issues, but it's all good to go. The players are now in the champion select screen, and we should just be heading into the viewer delay in just a second. So only a couple minutes until we can get into this match. I think I was just looking at the champs as well, and I can see that Aurelion Sol is going to get banned every game, by the way.
Yeah,
there is no way they're letting KC Goku on it. 117 games this season, 61% win rate, top play champ. Yeah, that one's going to be out of the game for the entire series.
Then say goodbye. Say goodbye to it. We'll never know if
anyone
it'll
wanted
come
to see
through.
that one, not happening.
There will be no soul here.
No.
Have we done a team introductory in the terms of top to bottom?
No. Why don't you go ahead and do that one for us then?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll do it for the side of I'll go for the side of Millennial Falcons.
Okay,
So,
all good.
look,
Okay, we'll keep it half and
yeah.
half.
Yeah, we'll keep half. You know, share a little bit of the love, I'd say. So look, of course, for the side of Millennial Falcons, we've got our man, the legend. He'll be sitting with the cannon on the top lane, and that'll be Silence, OCE. I like the name. You know, we're not silencing those. For the jungle, though, we've got Will the Wise on the Wukong. Very excited to see into that matchup there. We've got Casey Goku dropping in on the Orianna. We've got the Brizzle on the Yanara. And then it's Nissa. I'm probably saying that name completely wrong. Correct me again if I'm wrong there, or if you know a better way to pronounce it. They'll be on the support aspect, picking in on that Leona.
Yeah, I'm also thinking Narcissa, not Nikissa.
Yeah,
it could be Leora. So you left me the much harder team now to go through, but it's all good. We've got this. So on the top lane, we've got Raindrop. In jungle, we have got, let's see, the pronunciation for this one is, let me find it again. It is Chua Shu Chu. Now, he's let me know that we're welcome just to call him Josh, though, for this series, to make it a little bit cleaner when we're trying to call things out on that one, so I don't have to pause for 10 seconds every time before I say it. And mid lane is Pennywise. ADC is Pomegranate. Banger name, by the way. And then in support is Rain. So we've got Raindrop in top and Rain in support. It's going to be raining this series, that's for sure. A lot of rain. Top to bottom rain, actually.
I was gonna say it'd be a top to bottom rain. Then
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if it get a raindrop as well. I mean, it's a shame maybe if it's not like. Imagine if it was like a bot lane duo. So you'd have Rain would sit at the top, so obviously Rain would go first, and then the raindrops at the bottom, which would be the support.
Oh, that would be
ends,
that would actually be
like...
a really good name combo. Calling yourself Rain and Drop. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh, look,
right. Well, that got through most of the spectator delay. Only 30 seconds left now.
Yeah, it certainly did. And
what other modded names can we work with? Pennywise, obviously Scary Clown. Is not playing Shaco.
I mean, it's true. There is Zoe. They're not even playing Shaco.
Not even playing Shaco.
It's just not fair. We're having these names and we're just not sticking to.
I feel like if you're going to call yourself Pennywise, you'd be a Shaco player, personally.
Oh, well. It is moments ticking before we now start to load into the game. I think I'm like giving myself a quick little
yeah.
I'm trying to really remember. I think Yanara's ultimate. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it's Transcendence. That's what it is. Yes. Oh, it's like transcends oneself or something like that. Either way, I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't really know if I'm going to call that maybe in the fight. But hey, we are now starting to load in, which is great. Which is now finally getting amongst it all. And I realize my League of Legends just came over the lay of mine, so I'm going to quickly get rid of my League of Legends so it doesn't take over.
Teams are not correct. I need to switch them around.
I was going to say, I'll be...
Yeah.
Let's quickly do it. Top tier budget. Yes, we have the abilities to move.
Lost. Yeah, these images, they just stay unlocked in OBS, so I can switch them around at a moment's notice. You know, I like both these teams actually using the background-less icons, so it looks super clean when we put them in. You know, some good graphics work on that one.
How it makes the video life so much easier. And I mean, for every... Okay, so it looks like we're having Wukong pathing from bot to from top side to bot side, which I guess, you know, what we're expecting for that little bit of the focus aspect. And then we've got Shen, or I should say Josh, I'm going to be politely calling him Josh, going from bot to top. So maybe they could look for a, I don't know, cheeky little, maybe gank onto silence. I don't know if their Mondo lets it push out, but so far though, I mean, I don't know, it's a pretty typical game at the moment. A little bit of poke onto Goku, just having to take it from Pennywise.
It's a bit more than a little bit.
Yeah. Man was on 80% and he just dropped to 30. He's it's gone.
And yes, Metahorn, this is the 2-1 bracket. I forgot to mention that. I should have mentioned that. So both these teams are 2-1 in Swiss. So at least no one's going to get a negative win rate if they lose this. But obviously, you'd be looking a bit prettier sitting 3-1. So they will be looking for that.
I mean, they'll be looking for that for sure. And I mean, you want to get as many wins under your belt that you can. So this puts a lot of extra pressure, I'd say, on all the players. Or maybe it'll ignite their passion. You know, passion is what we would say. To make them really... I'm like out of words here. And speaking of out of words, we've got Zenith Blade landing onto Rain right now. Doing a little bit of poke in the back there because, I mean, Brizzle wasn't going to be able to really support that. But anyways, that's just kind of it. A little bit of a trade aspect there. Nothing too much to show.
No, not at all. Will the Wise is in the area, but that bush is warded. So if he does try to sneak around, they'll know the monkey is there. Which they do know, and looks like they're just backing up down in the bottom of the map.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it, right? I mean it's kind of what we're potentially calling a little bit. It feels like, oh well, could be expecting the Wukong just to kind of come in from the bot. So, but you know, Will the Wise is unfortunately getting out-wised aspect, or is he really? If we're looking on that minimap right now, he's potentially coming in for a flank gank at the moment, as now the Zenith Blade's not going to be landing here, but they still don't notice yet, as now the fight comes on in. Rain's going to have to flash away now. Ignite's used up with the burn. The bubble will not be landing here, as now Post Grenade just doing a bit of lethaling damaging onto the Leona. It's almost a little bit of a tickle, but that is gonna be 2 sums traded for... Yeah, it's actually 2 for 2 sums trade on both sports.
Yeah, so nothing too much coming from it, except 4 summoner spells from the supports, and that's about it. I mean, obviously, Will the Wise now is going to be a little bit behind in his own tempo. You can see the Shen already out back in the jungle farming. But they both got ward in each other's halves, so they should be able to keep track of each other. Raindrop is pushed in a little bit right now. So.
Yeah.
Early struggle, as you mentioned.
This is going to be that time, but I mean, look, Raindrop, if you just keep taking it, you know, eventually... I mean, if we're looking at his CSing, though, actually, that's...
Good point.
He's actually CSing pretty well for what seems to be considerate right there. Silence taking a tower shot there at the moment there, but, oh, nice! Nice little cleaver, or I should say, guitar. Or, no, sorry, it's a ukulele?
I think it's a ukulele, yeah.
Yeah, ukulele, sorry. Ukulele, you know, just bonking the little electrocute Pikachu, that I should say. Has let's live a skirmish on mid side from Penny and Goku, but nothing really happens. Goku just gets sent to sleep.
Yeah, it's a bit too early for that. It's not his bedtime yet. Gonna have the Infernal Dragon up on the rift now. Who do you think's got prior for the dragon? Obviously Pennywise is, you know, got a lot of push mid lane. He's pretty even though in the bot lane.
Well, I mean, mid laners can quite literally reset right now, and I mean, look, you've got Goku with teleport available. I should kind of hope that Millennial Falcons kind of retaliate maybe on the first push onto it, but I mean, right now though, Goku's just getting absolutely bombed by Penny. Penny does use Ignite there, but it won't be ticking the first blood kill away. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, what I was hoping maybe might not happen after that, or I think it should still. You know, you already got Goku TPing in so far, so they could start it up here. But I mean, this looks a little scary onto Brizzle if he's not careful.
Yeah, Will the Wise is he looks like he's trying to path him down, but Shen's here. Josh knows he's there.
Yeah, Josh certainly does, which will be getting on the taunt though onto Will the Wise. Will the Wise is going to be cloning out away, and nothing still happening too much here. And I mean, there's not a lot of a deny aspect at the moment, as maybe that's what we're going to be looked into at the moment. Not too sure who won the Smite battle, but we do have a bubble landing in from Rain at the moment there, as now we've got Will the Rise trying to run away here, which certainly might here. Never mind, goes in for a little bit of a re-engage here. Goku's coming in as the reinforcements here, as now we've got the vision all the way from top side. I should say from middle side down to top side.
Trying to get the multi-lane vision there for a second.
The multi-lane vision. I like it. You know, just a lot of little skirmishes these guys are doing. No one's fully committing heavily here, as now I say that, but now we've got currently happening here at the moment here. If anyone's going to be getting the Shen ultimate. However, Josh does just get denied there at the moment here. Nice bubble landing here. Will you get the angle shot? Yes, you can. We're getting retaliated though with a shockwave from Goku, and it's just no one's dying yet. What am I saying at the moment is now Silence is going to get absolutely run down at the moment by Raindrop here. Has to flash away. Maelstrom Storm was also used there. Keeps himself alive here as now another bubble's landing. This could maybe be it. Nothing available at the moment. Yes, it is! There's the pop, boom. Goku's going to now be taken down to that 8-minute and 10-second mark, where Pennywise will be claiming first blood. And Dragon's gone.
They were just tempting you the entire time, you know, trying to. Is this going to be the first blood? Is this the first blood? No, it's going to be Pennywise getting the first blood on that Zoe. Yeah, Zoe's deadly. He's not a clown, but he's scary as, that's for sure. Oh, Will the Wise might be in trouble here. As Pennywise he's back again to cause some more damage along with Josh.
Yeah, they're doing it's currently a little bit of a goose chase right now at the moment, and maybe he might be away here, but no, he's returning back into the fray here. We've got Pennywise does have flash available from the copying ability here, which looks like to be able to use that up here. One more auto is all it needs, which will be done. The Solar Flare was also used up there by the side of Leona. Taunt comes through. Silence is now returning to the fray here. We've got the crystallized arrow comes in. Does land onto Silences. That might just enable things for a re-engage, which it certainly will. Pennywise goes for the combo. Ignite's ticking, but Silence is surviving. Goku now is going to be trying to back away with his teammate here. Bubble landing onto the tidal wave here. Just to be onto 2 targets. 1 auto. Yes, it is. There's Pennywise is now on a killing spree here at the moment. This is not looking good for the side of Millennial Falcons at this point in time.
So 100% kill participation at all 3 kills going over to the Zoe. I'm not too sure why they let that one through in draft. Like, if they know he's this good on it, Shockwave does come out. Pennywise might be the one going down, and that's shutdown. As quick as the killing spree came, it was ended.
The greed from Pennywise.
Yeah, the greed is too great.
Isn't that like kind of how he kind of, I guess you could say, suffers in it, right? It's like he becomes too much with their fear, and then they kind of just go, I'm not afraid of you anymore, which is basically what Goku did. He was like, I'm not afraid of you, and it's the only way to beat the clown.
You have to start laughing in his face. And right now, Raindrop he's up a level. He's having a great time to just get in.
Yeah, he certainly is here. And I mean, we've got Josh on the sidelines here. Taunt is available here. Smite's going to be landed up here with the Maelstrom going to get used up here. Mundo passive will just be able to take it away. But a nice stun under the tower is going to be destroying Josh's life here. As Silence will be able to claim for a 1-for-1 trade here. We've got the Void Grubs being taken. Raindrop, you need to back away here, buddy. He's trying to waddle on away here. Jump's going to get used up here now at the moment. 1 Cyclone Strike used up. I think this is probably his fate will be sealed. Who's going to be taking the kills? Stand United used. Won't be able to stay alive here, as now we've got Ash having to flash away here at the moment. Rain is going to be healing up here with also the re-engage, turns it around. Nice W though, coming in from Brizzle, jumps over, will not be able to dodge the tidal wave, flashes the bubble, but it will not keep him alive for much longer, as this is just action back from top. Now we're heading down to bot.
That was a crazy tidal wave. Such a good tidal wave come out of Rain. Truly keeping to his namesake. That was, yeah, a lot of water on the ground for sure. And as you said, top to bottom action, ending up with 4-3 now for the side of minus Mickey Mouse. There's those belts that Mundo wanted. He's got 3 of them now.
I mean, he does. He's got 3 on that. And oh, look at him. That just oh no.
Oh no.
You know what? I love it. I love the commitment. Why? Because Brizzle gets a full wave. Think about it. Brizzle wouldn't have gotten that wave. Leona has sacrificed.
I just wonder if the Leona W was up or not when that was happening.
I don't really know if it was up, but speaking on what's no longer up, it's going to be the Maelstrom Storm on there. It's going to clear the wave, also do a little bit of damage onto Raindrop himself, as now Shockwave's dropping onto Pennywise. Here goes, well, the exhaust will be used up here. Wukong returns to the fray. Going to get landed a nice bubble there, actually, at the moment, as the Paddle Star will not be landing onto Goku. But yeah, no, you know, I don't know if the W was up. I think, I don't know. I think, so they used it at the very start, I think, and then, I don't know, maybe.
Maybe I just wasn't watching fully. It is unfortunate though, that's for sure.
It is a bit unfortunate. But look, again, think about it. It's all about XP and getting your ADC money, and that is what Brizzle was able to take there, right?
That Yanara does have to get ahead as well too.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, they're already currently looking to be an item behind here at the moment here as now Raindrop. See, this is what literally happens, right? Like, Mundo just gets to a point where he builds his Giants belts and he just starts to become a little bit of a nuisance into this topside matchup. Like, don't know if this tower's going to stay alive for much longer. Nice E, though, from the minion. Able to hit silence there at the moment.
These cleavers are, well, again, Ukulele's just smacking. Pennywise is getting smacked by the Wukong. Cyclone in. Goes to sleep under tower. He's going to take too many shots and goes down. Mundo gets a turret in the top lane. It is the Mountain Dragon up. Tidal Wave comes out of Rain. Ash Arrow connects onto the Leona, but it's the Leona. It's the Leona. Too tanky, but Rain is going to end up backing off. Popping grenade, trying to get some lasting damage out. Ooh. And they all escape. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, Pennywise is going to be able to get the Paddle Star. Now will be claiming the kill for himself here. Dragon's getting started. Oh my days. Because I was just about to say, I think the Brizzle just kind of bit too much more than what he could chew there, and I was shocked that he kind of got to live, but look. Yeah, I don't know. Things are starting to crumble for the side of the Millennial Falcons at the moment.
There's just a lot of action all around.
This is what we like, though.
It is. Oh, it's good. It's good.
We do like action, but I don't really think we've had a lot of time to take that quick breather to actually talk about the items in the game, or where, like, exactly how you want to position. It's just straight up fight upon the fight. And I think that Cole should finish up after this wave, if I'm not... Yeah, it's on 4 stacks. That should finish up very soon for the side of the Brizzle. So it's going to be essentially... might kind of equal the gold trade up here at the moment. The bubble will not be landing onto Goku. We do have a lovely... on this back line. But will they be starting Heralds? I think they've started Heralds.
Yeah.
I think.
Josh is still around.
Yeah.
Both junglers got their first items and a top laner, but again, Raindrop will be feeling a lot better with the Warmogs than Silence will with just the Proto Belt. Rocker Belt, sorry. Oh, Josh is in trouble. Oh, is it? Never mind.
Protobelt's perfectly fine. No, Protobelt's perfectly fine here. Soul Flare does land onto the Pennywise, which is going to get hit by the... Which will be getting hit by the Shockwave there. Does get the sleepy time. onto this at the moment, as now we've got the Wukong. Does get the Rift takeover. We've got the Maelstrom being used by Silence here. Protobolt's affected up the use here. But I mean, this Mundo right now is probably just going to be able to walk away here. Still hasn't burst his ultimate. He's going to be using the Ghost up. He's smacking away with the ukulele at the moment, as now the ultimate's going to get used up here. A little bit of damage dropping down in, but I mean, this Mundo is just tanking quite a bit, and he's just regenning it back, and they use ultis.
There's all his health back.
I mean, it is.
Pretty much.
Mundo's health has come back. Uh-oh. We've got a 1v1 ADC trade-off battle at the moment here. A couple of auto attacks. They're just standing again. Look at the automated trade-offs. Oh, what the betrayal! The Stand United from Josh is going to allow the side of Mickey Mouse to clip that. That was the grenade. I think
double flash, double barrier, but the Shen R made the difference. It's so funny.
Oh,
that's like one of those Instagram clips where it has two different itemized characters and they just auto attack each other and you see which one dies. That's all I was thinking in the moment. I was like, I think I've seen this one before.
I agree. Like it was honestly very amusing just watching both ADCs stand in auto. That's it. That is the battle of ADC. Do they get the Battle Star steal? No, they did not. But I mean, our boy Will just had to cut quite a bit of damage there though, but nothing too crazy that's going to really deny here. I'm liking the deep wards that they're starting to push up a little bit, both the side of Millennial Falcons, just to try and get a little bit more priority understanding on maybe where these junglers are sitting, or even if they try and rotate things maybe onto a bot side play, maybe that's what they could be looking for. But I mean, even then, we had Mickey Mouse. They know where this Wukong is right now at the moment, and I mean, just look at this top lane. I mean, this Mundo is just
closing in on a 2,000 gold difference as well.
Yeah, that is. It's not where you'd want to be for the side of Millennial Falcons at the moment here. And look, Battlestar's going to use to clear the way here. The Flash Taunt will not be landing onto Goku, and it was kind of just like a how do you do? And they just both flash away here. As now Rain's going to be engaged on it at the moment here. The Solar Flare is going to get used up now, as now we'll lock in the target there. Ash Crystallized Arrow is going to stop the Yanara. Brizzle's going to get bubbled. Rain survives, as now the fight of the tides have been turned over here. Oh, my boy, Leona, you can flash away, but your fate is still sealed. Speaking of a sealed fate, we've got Pennywise. Maybe not. Yes, it will here, as now we've got Wildewise trying to keep it going, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep it much more further, as now Josh claims his kill for himself in return. And the tower, I think, from bot is also taken down.
Now a 7k gold lead over to minus Mickey Mouse. And, oh my gosh, Rain is having a phenomenal game, though. Just absolute clutch tidal waves, and you were right. Turned the actual tide of the fight there with the bubble onto the Brizzle as well. Just phenomenal all around. And you know, you've also got to say, Pomegranate's confidence this game has been great. Just not backing down whatsoever. It's just following up on everything, and it's really paying off with that 400 gold bounty, 4-0 in lane, and a 2,000 gold lead.
That's nearly a full. I mean, that's basically a practicality of being a full item ahead at this point now, actually. But I wonder if they're going to get a little bit of the steal here. But I mean, he does clone over the wall a little bit too early here. But Leona's going to be coming from the bot side. We've got Brizzle on top. But the question is, do we go for? Yes, we are. We are fully sending it. We see 2 TPs coming on down here as now the team unites as 5. The Raindrops. Teleport's going to be a little late here. Smite Seal's not going to be landing. Double Shockwave into a 4-man Cyclone. This fight is just going absolutely tremendous at the moment. The Maelstrom's going to get used up here. Which target will be dying here? Silence will be claiming 1. Penny is now trying to respond it through. Leona drops down. It's ticking away from what was looking maybe into a favor. It's just turning monstrous in the side of Mickey Mouse's favor. And this is just going to open up so much more now in this game.
Again, what is this Nami? Like, the tidal wave onto everybody. The bubble landed onto 2 and then got another bubble again. All in the same fight. Phenomenal. And yet, I mean, what are they going to do when the Mundo's still up? He's still got ultimate, by the way. Raindrop did not use the ultimate that fight. There was no way they lose it. Yes, they do get the dragon stolen, but that's not worth it for Millennial Falcons. Not worth it at all. They're going to get Baron off the back of this. Going to be 5 empowered players now roaming around the map. And, yeah, Millennial Falcons, they haven't even taken a tower yet as, Narissa, sorry, almost just insta-dies.
Yeah, this Pennywise is quite a bit online, one would say. If we're already doing that much damage onto a tanky Leona, that is not going to be looking too good. And they're actually running this Herald bot, I think. Yeah, here comes Shelly on the bot side. Look at this Yanara. They're just running it. Oh, but they don't crash it.
Not enough of a charge. Just waste it.
Oh, no, but Raindrop doesn't care. He's just going to auto-attack it. This man just... I love this.
He's got ult up. There's no way you dive him. Like, I don't rate this at all.
I mean, they probably shouldn't go for the dive. I mean, maybe they will. Who knows? Maelstrom's going to get used up here. Raindrop, though, has now finally dropped the ultimate here. But, I mean, actually, this guy's doing a bit of damage. But Silence has just been whacked away from existence. They do go for one trade. But, yeah, I don't know. We're seeing more towers being destroyed.
Maybe worth it, actually. I think I was wrong.
Was a shutdown, yes?
Yeah, because you do get the shutdown instead, yeah.
Yeah, putting it onto Brizzle as well. I mean, it's starting to funnel your gold into your main carry. But I mean, I still feel, though, for Millennial Falcons, it's still I won't say dire, but there's still ways to, turn the game around, but it's still looking a little bit difficult here as now the bubble lands.
Brizzle and Goku are they're gonna have to save their team right now. They're the only ones that can.
Oh my day, Will the Wise just getting absolutely bullied here at the moment here. We've got a level 15 Zoe, by the way, into a level 13 Wukong here, as now this is going to be on the target. The lashing away here, because Arrow is going to be landing with Leona. Brizzle pops up with the Transcendence just to leap it through. Tidal Wave knocks up 2. Here comes the Paddle Star, does not land. Oh my days. The Avengers assembled. Will the Wise survives. They did their mission. They kept them alive.
Did indeed. Gonna have the next Hextech Drake up in a minute. Gonna be Hextech Soul, actually. Always a fun one.
I will say, I actually like Hextech. I think out of all the Dragon Souls, Hextech is probably one of my most favorite. And what is this tower? Where did the health go? Where did the health go? It was there, and then it's gone, and Raindrop might be catching a little bit of the targeted attention here. Smart's going to get used up onto the Krugs, as now the Cyclone Storm's going to get used up here. Maelstrom still hasn't been used there, so All Affair's going to get followed through. Now the Maelstrom comes across. This Raindrop's just sitting here at the moment from CC Oblivion. We've got the Brizzle returning to the fray. One more auto will be landing just to finally seat. Oh my god, Fate the Seal. Wait, yeah, you know what? It's time
Seal the Fate.
Yep, thank you. That is my time. I need to lock in. I need to lock in, Jacob.
Oh, that is okay, Catsbee. We're all good. And you know what? Raindrop is probably still all good. It took about a minute to take him down there. It's 4 men onto 1 Mundo.
Yeah, they did send 4 people, and I guess, I mean, for the side of, Millennial Falcon, it is giving you a little bit of extra gold, because they didn't really lose anything else, I guess you could say, because, I mean, look, both top tier 2 towers were gone, 2 tiers mid were gone. They kind of just get the kill, but, I mean, they're already grouped for this dragon, though, actually, from the side of, Mouse.
Yeah, minus Mickey Mouse, looking to add another dragon to their tally. Again, Will the Wise is not going to let this go easily. Does steal it again.
He gets the Smite Steel. Tidal Wave's going to get used up, knock up to 2 targets at the moment, and it's now Leona's going to be the target. And I think they're just going to have to sacrifice it away. Shockwave used up to try and keep the member alive, but again, I think they're just kind of taking the steal, and then they're saying goodbye, Leona. You will be the target that we're sacrificing.
Yeah, this man. Will the Wise's smites are on point. That's for sure. He's taken away time and time again right now. It's 2 in a row. And Yanara with, Hextech Dragons is going to feel super, super good.
I mean, it's going to be very good. I mean, you are equaling yourselves in Dragon. I mean, they are the team that's currently behind, so getting these Dragon objectives do certainly help out here. And I mean, Raindrop is just doing what he pleases at the moment. Here's now the Avengers are now assembling down to the bot side. One more auto, one to silence, and will it go through? Ukulele does not get thrown. As now the Flash Cyclone is going to be keeping himself alive. He turns his sights onto Brizzle. Can he do it? No, he can't. Raindrop gets 2 people so low, but he can't finish it.
It took 4 again, though. Again, they had to send 4 members down to go deal with Raindrop's Mundo. Still gets the tower, though.
But looking at the map, though, they send 4, but look at the map. Nothing's really being punished on the side of, Mickey Mouse able to do this. As now, maybe, I say that as now we're looking at Prop Grenade looking to claim the kill onto the Leona now as, do they set their sights further? No, they don't. No, they don't. It goes.
Baron is back up again on the map.
What do we do? I mean,
they should try to maybe kill someone that's not the Mundo so they get the extra shutdown gold,
Well, I mean, I think they're just grabbing it because, I mean, that's the only thing available on the map, right? I mean, they know that most of their members are, like, topside, right? But they're more trying to manage waves. It seems like in the side of, for the Mickey Mouse, I think for them to try and really utilize this Mundo, they need to kind of, like, get the waves, synced up a little bit more, right? As now, they're really, I mean, Will the Wise is really not wanting to give away this blue buff, but I mean, it might have just given away his life. As now the Paddle Star from above just comes landing in there onto the bubble. As now the bubble's going to get landed onto Narcissa, as now that will be the Paddle Star there. Shockwave gets dropped onto Rain here at the moment now. Another sleeping dart now onto Goku. Drops off to half HP right away. Crystallized Arrow is going to hit a no target here. This Leona is going to be the target at the moment, which will be one more. Boom. It will tick it across. As now we set our sights onto the bot side here, where Raindrop is just currently doing what he pleases. Still, does he commit? No, he kind of does. Just whacks silence in the face for almost all the damage he obtains. And that will be a Baron going down very soon. Uh-oh. What are we saying? It still continues onto the bot side at the moment as now we've got Raindrop trying to fight off 3 members. One more auto. Will it go through? Ukulele does not land onto Brizzle. Brizzle's going to be jumping away here. And look at just this health that this Raindrop guy is absolutely doing as they're now still sending their sights across. Cyclone's not going to be used yet. Will it now? I don't know, as now they're trying to continue it through. Raindrop's very close here. I don't think he'll be alive for much more longer here. Battlestar lands onto the Leona, which will drop them to half HP. And you know what? I'm going to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. No, take a breather. As oh no, never mind. They don't fully commit, but the turret's going to go down anyway with the Baron empowered cannon minions. And that is 2 inhibitor turrets down. Solar Flare onto Pomegranate. Does have to flash away to avoid it. Pennywise might be in danger now. Slurkle does come through. Gets a lot of shield. Tidal Wave onto 4, 5. Everybody gets Tidal Waved. And that is Bubble onto Narcissa. Narcissa's going to go down. Silence is in no shape to help out, and Goku just wanted. Oh, Slicing Maelstrom does come onto the stunned Josh. Wukong survives though. Silence might not survive. Goku. Oh. Wow. See,
much.
You couldn't. I take a breather again. It's it's non-stop.
No, it certainly is. I mean, look, Battlestar's going to get used up with the Goku, but I mean, I don't think this game's going to be going on for much more longer, as now it will be the Nexus blowing up. Game Way is now ceased and sunk for minus Mickey Mouse, claiming their first game for the series.
Yep, that is it's going to be the first game gone and completed. And as we let's have a look at some Kennen actually did the most damage on his team.
Oh.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, they did get some
yeah,
very decent.
Zoe though 11-2 is crazy.
Yeah, 11-2 Zoe is it's very scary. I mean, a lot of those bubbles really caused quite a disruption, but I mean, Rain though on the Nami.
Rain's Nami was next level.
Holy. That
Perfect
last team
storm.
fight?
Yeah.
Oh, in that tunnel? Nah, like stealing all the fates for the 5-man knock up into, I think it ended up being a 3-man taunt. Uh, it honestly just literally was a recipe for disaster for Millennial Falcons to even try and get their way back into the game. But I mean, look, speaking of getting their way back into the game, what do you think I'm going to have to do for game 2? I mean, it's quite a bit. They put a lot of focus onto mid, and still Pennywise kind of got the. I'm going to put it bluntly, kind of got the stomp.
Well, in their head, they'll hopefully be saying, he doesn't have 7 champs available. It's probably going to be the next step for them. Again, as a couple people in chat have also said, they've never actually seen Pennywise get his Zoe before in game. So, yeah, at least that'll confirm as to why normally you would never get the Zoe in game. I think we'll see similar bans come out though against him. They still won't let Goku take the Aurelian Soul, and we know Nefari is super good right now, so I imagine that'll just get banned out also. Again, as you know, Nefari is quite difficult to play into currently. Yeah, just wait for the players to get in and ready. Let me change some things up.
No, it's very true. I mean, look, Millennial Falcon seemed to have drafted their comp, but I just don't think they got the team fights to as much as they wanted. I mean, I guess when, unfortunately, Pennywise is just getting those catches from afar. But I mean, look, you are correct. I mean, Zoe won't be on the board now any longer. So I mean, maybe that could be what is needed. Maybe for the side of Millennial Falcons, just to maybe get their foot in the door. But I mean, look, I'm sure when the players are ready, they'll start their drafting. So I guess, yeah. So I mean, look, I guess you were saying before, I guess we're assuming that if they're going to go with the same bands, right? I mean, what do we want to see them do differently though? Maybe in the terms of the map, because I mean, I feel like if you're building a comp that's for team fights, right? Like, we wanna either get to the objectives first, or we want to, like, I don't know, group together, be one. Just like how they did against the Mundo. They 4-man Avengers assembled onto him, but just didn't get to see it though anywhere else around the map.
And yeah, maybe it's just a bit of positioning as well too, because they didn't get that combo off you were talking about in the draft, with the Wukong Oriana ult, and everything. And so I think a lot of that though is credit to Rain on the Nami. Like, how could they get in position to do that when they're constantly being knocked up and either bubbled by a Nami or bubbled by a Zoe? Like, there's just it was too much for them to handle, and Minus Mickey Mouse just piloted it too well.
Certainly did. And I mean, the members, did they switch? I think they have.
They have switched sides, yes.
They did switch sides. Yes, they have. I had a moment there going, wait a minute, these bands are looking very similar, but on the opposite ends. But I mean, they didn't. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was we had Millennial Falcon. They are denied the Jinx, if I'm not mistaken, this time, right? Because I think it was Minus Mickey banned it, yeah? And then, so instead of, I guess you could say, banning the lock, I mean, I'm liking the Jarvan. If we're banning Jarvan, we're going to be locking in the, Cog Lulu being dropped on the Rift.
That is, interesting. We don't see too much Cogmore come out.
Yeah,
I
I was
don't
gonna
know
say.
much about how he is played, to be honest. Because again, not something I see all the time. Can do a ton of damage though. I know that, like in the right setting, ton of damage. So the Brizzle will be looking to really really make that happen. The empowerment from the Lulu as well. Hopefully should be able to enable that for them. Sejuani is going to be the pickup for Josh in the jungle. You know, good performance on the Shen. Nothing flashy, of course, because to be honest, like, you know, the Zoe and the Nami stole the show. But a lot of utility from the Shen. We think back to the is it
The
is it
1v1
Stand United for the
glorious
1v1? Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
correct.
trying to remember it.
Got it.
And a lot of good taunts as well too. So again, Sejuani can provide that utility that they'll need. And it looks like Pennywise is going straight back to something that can just burst with the LeBlanc.
Ooh, we're seeing Galio picked up. This is definitely already looking to be the protect the president, but our president is going to be Mr. Cogman himself. So this game is going to maybe rely quite a bit on the Brizzle, you know, depending on what they maybe try lock in for their jungle and top. But I guess I'm going to imagine slap another tank, maybe slap a bruiser. But I mean, even then, we're now watching the bans ticking away. I mean, Renex is going to be a good ban here, I'll say.
Yeah, okay, let me take a look at this. Sorry, I was actually typing out a few things, arranging some other stuff for our next game tonight. And yeah, you're right, though. It is going to be get a Kylie ban or Kale. Kale, why did I say Kylie? It's not even close. It's Kaylee? It's a, you maybe say like the E at the end, like a long form E instead. And Pantheon also banned. So they worried about that raindrop top champ pool by the looks of things. They're a bit scared now of him after that Mundo performance. He earned it though.
He did. I mean, certainly has. I mean, caught a lot of the attention, played the lane out how he kind of needed, and you know, maintained very decent CSing, you know, throughout the game as well. While taking in that early harassment. I mean, I think
I think he had like the most CS at one point. At the mid game mark, was sitting at like 250 CS at 25 minutes. He was doing true top lane things.
And he certainly was. I mean, he very much was able to kind of roam and do whatever he pleased, really. So, now we're seeing an Amumu pick up, so most likely will be the Amumu into the jungle.
Yes.
The sad, cursed mummy. I've not seen that champion in a hot minute. But it's definitely a champ that locks down. So, you know, it certainly works. And Olaf is going to be scary.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Olaf is a...
like 180 from Mundo. Yeah. Although, in saying that, they still throw out, you know, like they throw things at people. A cleaver and an axe is not too different.
I mean, a cleaver and an axe. I mean, hey, it was a ukulele.
Yeah, I know it was a ukulele in that setting, but
it is true.
Score check. Scores on screen. Millennial minus Mickey Mouse got the one first game, so they're 1-0 up. And again, this is a 2-1 bracket, 2-1 bracket for our Div 2 teams. So yeah. So looks like the draft is finalized here. Going to get rounded off with a Yorick top into Olaf.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Olaf Yorick. It's not something that I don't.
I feel like, although maybe like
imagine fairly even.
Got to be good. Like the Olaf, you know, tries to run at you, so having something to block him out is probably a decent thing.
I think it will just depend on how I guess it'll depend on how like the early game of the stage kind of plays out, but I feel like Olaf should realistically be catching the early. So we should. I want to see, of course, Raindrop, instead of being the one to take the pressure, I want to see him now apply the pressure in the early game up front. That's what he should have into that Yorick matchup. But yeah, I'd kind of agree to your point. Once Yorick gets his maiden, gets the cage, that will start to change things a little bit, where it will slow down the Olaf, but I still worry, though, in the terms of picking Yorick just into the comp, into the enemy's composition. I feel, to me, it's a little wonky. However, it's not to say it can't work.
Like the side lane pressure is definitely there with the Galio, map wide ultimate as well too. They will be able to put a lot of pressure in a lot of areas, and you can't leave Yorick alone constantly because he will just take towers continuously.
Maybe they're trying to hit the Uno reverse card of what happened to them last game. They're trying to now break down the towers on their side.
Do the push this game.
Yeah, like if we're looking at comp wise, who's getting a little bit more of your fancy looking into this game?
I mean, purely for the sake of game 3, I want to say Millennial Falcons. I think if they don't get harassed too much early game, I rate their comp more. The Galio, Amumu, and Yorick are not going to be easy to kill. Like, so much. Yeah. There's a lot of CC as well too from the Amumu and Galio, between the stuns for Amumu and the constant knock-up that Galio has. They're going to survive for a long time. And it's going to let this Cogmore do a lot of damage. And it's not like mine is Mickey Mouse. They have a lot of burst with the LeBlanc and the Olaf follow-up. And is Sejuani's damage? I mean, Sejuani's CCs. It's all skill shots for the most part, isn't it? Like the with the glacial something, right?
Sorry, I feel like I think I got lost a little bit into La La Land at the moment. I was looking up I'm looking at a lot of these champions and then just trying to establish how they look into it. But sorry, you were a little bit more discussing about Sejuani, yeah. And
I was just saying I don't know where the like the CC comes out of for minus Mickey Mouse besides Sejuani, but then like the glacial prism stuff is all you have to land that, right? It's not guaranteed.
Correct.
When you playing a Mumu and you bandage toss into 5 and then hit your ultimate, it stuns everybody. And Galio Taunt is also not a skill, and if he's like is it Hero's Entrance on top of an Amumu, stun into 5, and then you stun 5, knock up 5, taunt 5, all while Cogmore is just spitting on you. It's not a good time.
The thing that I will say is I really feel like maybe this game might be a little bit of an Olaf focus, and I mean that in the terms of maybe that he's going to be the hyper carry for this, because if there's going to be one champion that quite literally ignores anything that Millennial Falcon can throw their way aside of the cage, it's going to be Olaf. Olaf's ultimate, quite literally immune to CC. It is the Bane existence. Like, it's quite literally the Bane existence. He will be ignoring the polymorph. He's going to be ignoring the taunt. He's going to be able to ignore the grand entrance knockup, the bandage, all of that. However, because you do have a Lulu, though, on the pocket, might be able to still keep that Cogmore alive. Like, it's going to be quite a bit. Like, I don't disagree with you. Like, I feel a little bit where maybe I'm a little bit lenient towards on the Millennial Falcons, maybe team comp, maybe as a whole, since I think some of their champions do synergize and link up with each other a little bit more. But it is still that aspect where I look at minus Mickey, and a lot of their champions can quite heartedly snowball pretty early if if they get that slight advantage into their lane. And I'm really am looking at this Olaf champion. I'll be honest. I'm really seeing this Olaf has to put a lot on his shoulders this game. Actually,
it's a good point. I didn't quite think about how the Olaf ultimate plays into it, but yeah, that does make a lot of sense. But it's not like Millennial Falcons CCs are on long cooldowns anyway. If they can avoid an Olaf or pentakill, then probably they're in an okay position. But then it's also on it's going to be on raindrop to time that ultimate correctly to avoid the CC. If he gets CC'd before it, then it might be a bit hard, or could just get taken out quick. But as you said, I agree. I think a lot of it is going to be on raindrop to see how he can do on it.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I know I've put a lot of attention onto raindrop, but even then, a little bit what chat's even including as well is we are also not including this LeBlanc, right? Like the Olaf could literally be the Bane of the Mundo, which is, hey, I'm the distraction. Exactly. Like I'm the distraction key. And all it takes is that LeBlanc to land that chain Q combo. And again, that can nuke quite literally anyone, similar to what we saw in his Zoe magic. So, and they did ban LB in the last game, rotation. So they were clearly worried about it. And it's let through in this round. So
maybe they're just thinking, lightning doesn't strike twice, so they're hoping Pennywise doesn't have an absolute banger game again.
Lightning doesn't strike twice. I mean,
it's not lightning if it's a good champ, I suppose.
No, I was gonna say like it's one of those things where it's like the quote where it's like it's not impossible, but it can still happen. It's like the chance isn't zero. There's still a chance, it can still occur. Completely botched up the analogy just as a whole, but
fine. Not that mine made that much sense anyway. Although surely LeBlanc's taking electrocute, right? So maybe it will be more lightning.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very interested to see, what the LeBlanc, has to will kind of be able to play into this game a little bit. I find this is also, putting a lot of potential aspects on what can the LB do. I mean, it's going to be into the Galio matchup, which is pretty stock standard. I guess when I'd say if I ever see a LeBlanc, I do see most mid laners go Galio in a way where they kind of just take the beating early, but still they've definitely gone very much heavy protect the Cogmore. Maybe Brizzle. Maybe Brizzle.
Maybe the Brizzle's got it.
Maybe Brizzle does. Maybe he will be spitting fire or acid at this point, really.
That's true.
Cogmore will be spitting a lot of acid here.
See, I've just seen someone in chat say thought Seraphine would have fit better also instead of Sona. We mentioned that why did they pick Nami instead of Seraphine last time, and it paid off. So I reckon Rain has got it on lock in terms of what support to pick this game. So we'll see if Sona can do it.
I mean, maybe Rain does, and I mean, definitely don't disagree to that statement as well. Like I still would have been a little bit more of a hey, let's maybe whip up the Seraphine, but nope. They're gonna go for the original Sarah OG, and right now we're gonna be seeing a little bit of a fight already coming into here at the moment. Now is a little bit of the damage gonna be dropped onto the Amumu. It's already gonna be losing a quarter of his HP. We're already at level 1. Yikes! Not what we're wanting.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave you for a minute. Go get a drink. So
that is fine.
You can hopefully no first blood happens in the next 2 minutes.
Oh, hopefully not. Alright. A lot of the laners. Okay, so what we've got jungle tempo is kind of pretty equal. They're both all gone from the top side, now drop down to the bot side here. As now Sun's going to be covering a little bit of damage here. We got CC Goku going to get electrocuted into the mid lane aspect. It's going to be the early pressure that can be provided from the LB, and same thing from range drop. He should be able to kind of keep charge of his lane for the most part at the moment. As now another person going to get used up here into a taunt. Very exceptionally done here. Silence though might need to be potentially careful. Keeps taking away these axes. Getting a lot of extra gold here as now But side, gonna be pretty equal there. Oh, very nice. Watching the Lulu and our Brizzle man copping a bit there from the Rockets. Things still equaling across though. A lot of trades, nothing too crazy. All right, so both jungles, again, still similar windows. So we might be seeing a little bit of a link up to the bot side as now Pop Grenade is going to be dropping to half HP at the moment. I mean, this is going to be a very nice support, I guess, utility. But Lulu doesn't have any mana at the moment. So another trade like that might not be possible for the time. Going to be seeing teleport getting used up already from Galio onto the mid. So Goku won't have that up now for the next couple of rotations. Still though, maybe nothing will happen bot, as we're already seeing recalls occurring. Will they get the deny? Yes, they will. The denial's going to be used up here. Brizzle's not going to get hit by the zap. Has to block away now. Is now Raindrop's going to get caged up at the moment here. Won't be turning the tide any further because he will not be able to pick up his axe. Again, just a little aspect of everyone playing their lanes out. Beating each other up here as now Raindrop might be getting a little bit of a fight here at the moment. Our Silence is now having to walk away. He's going to be flashing over to the cage. And this could be potentially first blood coming across. One more auto. Yes, it will. Raindrop will be claiming first blood for himself into this Olaf Yorick matchup early. And this is, again, what I was kind of worried for is Olaf will kind of be able to do what he kind of pleases at the moment here. We've got Teleport coming on the top side. We've also got Amumu, or I should say Will the Wise, going to be warding up early, so going to know when the Gromp is going to get started. Ping is going to get used up here. Cage will lock him back into place.
No flash this time to get past it.
It is true. There will be no flash to get past it. And welcome back from your drinking voyage.
Yep. I was here just in time to see... well, I am... You know, I'm still on Glizzy's recommendation of this... Pirate Life Brewing Pale Ale. I bought a 4-pack yesterday on his word, and it's turned out to be pretty good. Plus a Red Bull as well. You know, just to
of course
keep things going.
Keep it going. I respect it. I like the choice. And
Pomegranate's going to keep it going onto Narcissa right now.
Yeah, Narcissa's just kind of had to take it. That was a bit of damage there. Ooh. The bushes are watered though, as the trap's going to get thrown out. Won't be rooting Brizzle as he gets away. But, yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, look, we're already seeing the 1-0 treatment onto the top side. I mean, surprisingly, both bot laners are pretty equal in that farm trading aspect here. The little ghouls here just going to be beating up on the side of Raindrops. So this is where things start to slowly not unscale in his favor as he now turns it back in. One shovel, just bonks him in the head as he can. We did have Pennywise as well TPing into the mid with the dragon up, so they could maybe go for the engage here. Zap's going to get used up here, going for a little bit of an overextension. A couple of more autos might be needed. Barry's going to get used up. Trap does keep Prop Grenade locked in at the moment, and this is going to be the turn target. One more is not being landed. Oh, it was kind of disastrous, as I think we are seeing the gank onto the bot side here at the moment now, as we've got Will the Wise currently going to be left alone, won't be able to be retaliated. Yep. Does this open up Dragon?
I think that
open up a
could open up Dragon. If not a drive. They're so low. They're just so low right now.
Say, like,
all three of them.
Could you imagine if, like, Pumpkin was just level 6 there? Like, oh my days, that would be disastrous.
It would be, and yes, that is going to be first Dragon going over to minus Mickey Mouse. As the looks like,
no,
there's that R, but it's just not
just not in range. He's just not in range. My man was just not in range there. As he kind of had to cop that there, and Goku didn't have Taunt Up available immediately for the Pennywise poke up at the moment as Chains is going to now be thrown out here. It's going to be dropping him quite low, actually, here at the moment. One more W could come through very soon. It will not. There will be no W.
Goku does just get to walk out of that one. Wow, he's going to recall out of that. And we're going to get even kills now. Still in the top lane.
All the attention on the top side at the moment in the terms of this 1v1 action. And I mean, bot lane was also very close here. You know, they're doing a lot of trading upon to one another. But still, no one else has gotten the taste for blood at the moment. And speaking of potential taste for blood, I think we've got Will the Wise here at the moment on the top side aspect there with Goku returning. Will they land the Q? Q's not going to get landed, but they did have to use Ghost. So
Goku's ultimate is up.
It is.
He can just fly in at a moment's notice.
He has to still walk a little, not too far. He has to kind of slightly waddle halfway down there. Ooh, nice Justice Punch, though. Going to be denying Pennywise from doing, I guess, really any more damage there. Kind of makes it an equal trade there. That's what, you know, Goku's going to be wanting to be doing. But this Maiden, look at it. The Maiden is just focusing onto Raindrop at the moment, and maybe Raindrop's going to... Nah, he won't be going for the kill. Don't really think so. He might take his own life for it. As now we got a little bit of a jungle skirmish occurring onto these little bit of Void Grubs at the aspect now, whereas Josh going to be not yet popping the Glacial Prison. Will he be able to Q away? No, he won't. He's going to be getting engaged there on to the side of Will the Wise. Will the Wise is going to be landing at Glacial Prison. Is going to be locking up Goku. Does keep himself alive there. Very thoroughly played there, but I'm not too sure though if he got to get the first grub though. I don't know if he's denied them the three. Oh, I think he did actually. We can see a little bit of the purple on the tower residue. I think they did get the first
yes
grub.
Did get the first grub. I went to press scoreboard to check and then I realized that just takes my scoreboard away.
Scoreboard check. Sure, scoreboard disappears. And speaking of disappearing, we're going to be seeing Pennywise being faded away from the passive. Yeah, this mid lane's just... They're both beating each other up. But no one's dying.
A slight CS lead for Pennywise on LeBlanc.
This is quite exceptional. But I mean, bot lane's looking pretty healthy at the moment.
No one's doing more damage to the Brizzle.
It was quite a bit actually.
Yeah, I know. More than I thought it was going to be.
Maiden's going to be taken down here at the moment now, as Raindrop will be able to claim the Maiden, and Silence will now become Maidenless. The thing that I'm worried about with the bot lane, though, is they're very low. I mean, I know they've got... Because they don't even have heal. They've got Wild Growth available. But they are going to be knowing that Josh is in the bot from that ward, so it's going to be good. Are they... Yeah, they're going to be staying around for another potential wave here. Nice trade coming in from Rain, though, at the moment, as... We do have Will the Wise coming in from the backside. He's going to be seen on that ward, but I mean, they're looking to still be playing up here as now Wild Rat's going to get kept up. Artillery Barrage going to be used up. Nice. Curse of the Sad Mummy going to be locking onto two targets. Crescendo double entrance comes in from the Galio, knocking up both members. Rain will claim one. Brizzle will claim his for himself, as now Rain is trying to set the way for the hills, and that's going to be a double kill onto the Brizzle. They're getting the money onto the man they want.
Yep, that's the Amumu ultimate onto the hero's entrance that I was talking about, and it comes through and does get the double kill for Cogmore, which is going to feel so good for him. Exactly what he needed. And unfortunately, yeah, Lulu does go down, but the kill goes over to Rain, so not even an assist for Pomegranate, so no gold for the Jinx, unfortunately, on that one.
I was gonna say, you know, Man's gonna be able to claim 2 kills here. Does flash over to the cage though, as Silence will also be flashing in response. So both top laners again gonna have flash on almost equal timers. And yeah, this man is just gonna get to do a little bit what he wants at the moment. Very interesting to see though, as now Rain's gonna be the one potentially caught here at the moment, as now Artillery Strike comes on through, and that'll be a kill dropping instead on Will the Wise, as Dragon was also spawning there. A little bit of potential miscommunication, maybe? I'm not too sure.
Is going to be Dragon over to Millennial Falcons. Yep. Josh just going to go do Raptors. Not even going to look that way. Taunt from Koku does land onto Pennywise. Pennywise is going to take the clone though. Try to escape. Is it enough? Yes. Just walks out of there. But is not in a good position.
Certainly not, and now we've got a little bit of a trade-off into the top side at the moment here. We've got the Maiden popping up at the moment as Raindrop is just going to be charging it, barreling through. One more cleaver will be landing. Well, I should say axe. That will be slicing. And Silence is just going to get run down again onto that top side.
Is going to. Does end up being 1 and 2. And the Raindrop is, going to be the problem. Apparently, he's the only thing that's a problem. As the rest of Millennial Falcons are looking good in all other lanes for the most part now. Again, Amumu doing a lot of work. Bandage toss in, double ultimate again onto Josh and Rain. Glacial Fissure does land, Prison lands on a 2. But this is still going to get a kill over to the Amumu. Traps are out, so probably can't go much longer. Pomegranate's going to look for the re-engage.
Certainly is looking for that re-engage. Man is currently up and about, but I think Pennywise was seen walking into the pits. So I feel like the team are aware of the LB's presence. But yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, for that lockup, they had to use the flash there. So they used the flash bandage toss into the double Curse of the Sand Mummy grab was it's very good for them. Very clean, allows them to get more kills into their pockets. What they want.
The Amumu's definitely looking like a good pick right now.
Yeah, no, he certainly is. And I think you're also being called out into the chat. Something about liking the pirate life.
It's good. I think maybe I'll pick up Gangplank next game. Really embrace it. Maybe, yeah, something like that. I'll get an orange with me as well, too. To accompany my beverage.
It'll be a good combination.
We're always open to recommendations here. Bot tower is going to go down to Pomegranate. Despite being down in kills on lane, is still up in CS and takes that first tower.
Yeah, it certainly is. But I mean, the Justice Punch though is going to be landed with Pennywise with that taunt, and we've got Rain returning here with also Josh in response. Has to flash away. So they will be respecting it and not tanking things any much longer, just because, yeah, I don't think that we're expecting maybe Josh to have his Glacial Prison, potentially.
It is up now. About 5 seconds too late. Bandage toss just wide of Rain. Goku's going to have to dash away. It's going to be another Hex Tech Soul, by the way.
Yeah.
Not normally a fan of double souls, but Hex Tech Soul, I'll allow it, I guess.
Yeah, certainly is. I mean, look, it's gonna be very good for both teams. I mean, especially I'll just definitely say, for the Millennial Falcons, they're essentially gonna definitely want this like on lockdown. So, hopefully, if they keep the game going long enough, they'll be able to maybe snag themselves the Hex. But even then, game's still on a counter. I mean, you've got 2 major hyper carries where you've got, Prompt Grenade and then on the Brizzle and the Cog. Oh, maybe that was a misclick. We've got a double pig ward at the moment. And speaking of doubling up, we're going to be doubling up on the Rain on the top side at the moment. As Cage is going to get dropped down. And things are just currently going through. But I mean, he's not able to heal much more longer. And Josh was not going to be there to help his member out here, as now we've got Will the Wise, not really wise at the moment. He's going to get caught up here at the moment. Maybe he will, I don't know. Rain's going to get knocked up into this double Curse of the Sand Mummy into the Wild Growth. The Crescendo's going to land onto one target here. This is going actually maybe into their favor. One more auto. Bandit toss lands! Yes, it will. Glacial Prison's going to be snatch and grabbing. Grand Entrance will come across, which will be knocking up Josh now at this moment, but his team backs away. They're not going anywhere further. Maybe it might continue. Zap comes across. Prop Grenade is trying to maybe go for a fight at the moment here. A couple more auto attacks dropping on across. Traps going to be used. Nothing further. Yeah, we'll leave it there.
They should take that. That's a good trade for them. For sure. They get the Olaf. and get the Sona as well too. Just why not?
And just when I thought Will the Wise was potentially not being wise, maybe he was, and we're going to be seeing Silence overstepping his boundaries here at the moment, as he's going to be the snatch and grab here at this point in time. Double flashes are going to be used up again on the same timers. I swear, every time one top laner flashes, the other one follows. Yeah. I swear.
I'm getting a lot of thumbs in response right now, all around.
I swear, they're like linked up. Like their flashes have been linked up all game. And speaking of linking up, going to be landing the chains there into the bandage toss, which will be landing across. Going to get coming on through super mega death rocket. It's going to be landing onto Goku. But Dragon is spawning. They're going to be walking together as a group here. Goku gets denied by the wall. Justice Punch not going to allow him to go anywhere further. We've got Josh on the side lanes with Prop Grenade.
Raindrop just recalled 2 items now. Gets the experimental hex plate and is walking up to meet at the Dragon Pit. Looking very dangerous.
Yeah, because that's a scary Olaf, and Pennywise just sitting in this bush. He's ready to jump scare someone. It's going to jump scare and he's going to be landing onto the Yamumu. Doesn't do quite a bit of damage, but not be able to lock it down. As Raindrop is now returning to the fray here. We've got the Lulu getting knocked up. Zap comes across, and that'll be first target claimed down here. Getting excited. A couple more attacks onto the Brizzle. Is now backing away here. Pennywise took the plant. Dragon's being started.
They do need to give that one up. York's up top. They can't match the Olaf right now.
And then the smite will be coming. And speaking of a smite battle, we've got to be now Ragnarok's going to get used up here. Raindrop's going to be arriving to Goku with the Glacial Prison, going to be locking it down. Pennywise comes in to seal the deal. And goes, yoink, this is my kill. Takes it away from his other teammates. Respect it, loved the commitment. But yeah, Rift Herald also got downed a little bit in that transaction.
Yeah, a little bit careless from Goku going in there. Wall onto Pomegranate though, does have to flash out to avoid getting killed.
Did, and I mean, maybe they're still going to keep the tower alive. Maybe not. There we
go. So,
say. There it is. Walk up, use the Maiden, work together, and maybe they're going to look to claiming this top side. I mean, I'm liking this at the moment. They're able to claim a couple of the top sides potentially because they know bot lane are recalling.
Olaf is running down.
Oh, Jinx cancelled the recall, and Olaf, yeah, has now returned the fray. Here is now Silence is going to be the potential focus at the moment. Double Curse Mob is going to be land. Will the Wise going to get dropped down now as the Jinx is still not getting excited. Speaking of someone getting excited, this Ragnarok, Olaf is just doing tremendous across the board, becoming himself double kill there. Prop Grenade did get the kill onto Narcissa as well. And those were flashes used from the support.
Yeah, blue buff was not worth 3 members of Millennial Falcons, unfortunately.
Yeah. I was thoroughly shocked. I mean, Rain didn't get the cancel recall, but seeing the, Prom Grenade actually canceling their recall got me. I was like, oh, interesting. I was thinking, maybe grab a couple of camps, take the portal, get out. They seemed sort of, I don't know, maybe it's miscommunication. Maybe they're trying to see who they want to give the second blue buff to, because I think Yorick was walking down for it. I don't know.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. I think they really need to, as Goku does go into a double taunt, but is now going to have to run away as Pomegranate and Rain are, never mind, re-engages and gets triple stunned as part of it.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Used up here. Now the bandage toss sets the sights onto the targets there. Wild Guard's going to keep it alive. Brizzle's going to be doing a little bit of damage here in the moment as now one order's going to get used up. Getting excited now. Can he claim the 2? Yes, 2 targets are going to be claimed. They keep going through. One more. Tick, tick, boom. Never mind. That's going to be a double kill onto Rain himself. And this is just spelling disastrous to the side of Millennial Falcons. They were starting so well at the start, and look at the gold lead. It's now dropped up to 10k, and
they did start so well, but it's looking a bit over for Goku, especially. Is not going to survive that one.
That is, yeah, that's
a 4k gold lead for Olaf. Wow.
Wowzers. Bloody wowzers.
Yeah. Huh. There's a 2k gold lead in pretty much every single lane. 2k plus gold lead.
Ooh, that is looking a little bit scary, I'd say. And I mean, Raindrop's playing a little bit out of his mind. And you know, because I guess, you know, saying a little bit in the drafting stage, you know, if there's a champion that we're going to be wanting to really set the sights for this game, it was the Olaf, and he certainly is doing that on this champ pick.
Yep. It's actually just the Olaf difference. It really, really is.
Yeah.
I genuinely think if it was just any normal, like, tank topside champion, I don't see the game being the same way right now.
I mean, yeah, I kind of don't disagree with that either. Because, I mean, they did a lot of heavy tank bans, and yeah, I mean, this man, I guess, has got Olaf in his pocket, and it's doing tremendous work in this game.
Yeah, I don't even know what the avenue to come back for Millennial Falcons is right now. Because at this point, it's not just the Olaf at the head, it's the Jinx and the LeBlanc. So they have so much damage, even if you do focus the Olaf and take him out.
I mean, this is the thing. It's, you know, we're playing to protect the Cogmore, and at the moment, there's not really going to be much more protection here. Triple Curse of the Sandmon's going to use up into the Wild Growth. It's doing quite a bit here with the Glacial Prison. Lands up to the Cogmore. Double Crescendo is going to be stopping the fray. Bannister continues going further. Will the Wise is still leading the charge for his team, but he's going to get absolutely blown up by Pennywise, as now the cage is going to be keeping people away here. Cogmore's doing a little bit of damage here. We've got the Haunting coming on the top side, with Goku who's going to be the now target at the moment there. Just absolutely gets dropped by Raindrop himself, as yeah, nothing continued further from that bot side skirmish. They got the kills, and yeah, I mean, to try and get yourself into the game, I mean, I was going to, you know, provide my insights on it, is you want to go for engages like that, but they just need everyone there in unison to ensure Cogmore can actually get the damage out.
Cogmore is too far behind.
Correct. It was all on Josh.
He wasn't there. And Josh is he's not who you want to be damaging. Having a great Sejuani performance at 1-0-10, just providing support at all aspects. Gonna get walled in though, but doesn't take damage. Oh, maybe. Never mind. Takes him in the end, but yeah. Oh, sorry. Olaf is right there, and he's gonna get a double kill. He's going for more. He's gonna get a triple kill. He's gonna get a quadra kill as well too. No, Jinx takes it. Never mind. No pentakill coming on, but it is going to be a triple kill for Olaf, double kill for Jinx, inhibitor down, and that's likely game over now for minus Mickey Mouse. They're, yeah. GG's coming out in chat already.
I was going to say, we're seeing the GG's coming out in the chat already. Tell was going to get used up by Pennywise, who didn't really get to do a lot in this game, but I mean, doesn't need to do a lot, as, yeah, minus Mickey Mouse is going to be claiming this second game in a very strong fashion, and that'll be the series going into their favor. Yeah.
Wow, that was a very one-sided game at the end. In only 25 minutes, just you know, about as short as a game can be, really. Yeah.
Certainly was a little bit of a short game. I mean, Olaf got online and just absolutely ran down. Well, that's it. Absolutely just ran down the streets in that top lane aspect, and kept everything else for his team. And you know, I mean, I was really appreciative of, you know, Will the Wise doing a little bit of work as he kind of could to, you know, because he got some of those engages where he did land, you know, quite a little bit of ultimates there, but it was just, you know, the Brizzle just unfortunately wasn't there in like the right position, or he was either quite literally locked off like by the other members that literally could, by either Pennywise, or was literally by Josh there as well.
Because there were really good engages as well too, and like at the start of the game, Millennial Falcons, their bot side did have it. They were ahead, and they had an advantage there momentarily. It just wasn't enough to actually see them over the disadvantage they had on the top side. And even just looking at the damage cost right now, Olaf dwarfs everybody. including his own ADC.
Yeah, it certainly has happened, and look, it's a bit unfortunate, but I mean, look, either way, they gave it their best and they tried their utmost. They tried their absolute bestest to try and keep it in their game, and yeah, I mean, aside from the early game was going pretty well. Just couldn't lock in towards the mid game part, roughly around where the dragon fight. It's where everything really broke loose.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that is that one. We're all finished. That's a clean 2-0 for the side of minus Mickey Mouse. They are going to move forward to the 3-1 bracket in the Swiss. Well, Millennial Falcons, they're still in it. They're in the 2-2 now, though. They'll be looking to regain next week, and that's I think we're all good now. We're finished up.
That certainly will be, but I mean, look, I'm sure. I mean, we're not going to be back, but there'll definitely be more games being streamed tonight in the Div 1 division.
The next thing I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, everybody that's currently here, well, if you're not playing your own game at 7 p.m., there is indeed going to be another stream at 7 p.m. It's going to be led by Grunky Pete, making his debut return in Season 2, back from holiday, and ready to get this broadcast rolling again. And he's going to be joined by Penguin Domo, also debuting on the official broadcast to cast this Div 1 game. It's Eric and Friends versus Do Not Redeem. Should be a phenomenal series.
And it's a series that I'm going to be very excited to watch.
Yeah,
very keen to see
both
what
be
happens.
watching it, that's for sure. All right. Well, good luck to everyone that's playing games tonight, and we'll definitely see you next time.